Good afternoon, fellow koi hobbyists. I've just been doing a bit of work in the garden this Sunday. Started laying out my beach area, doing a few slabs there. They're going to be embedded on compo, and compo in between those, and then the cobbles and pebbles pushed into the compo. The only thing is, obviously, you've got to be careful with concrete, because the water, when it runs off it into the pool, leaches in and takes the lime with it, and it's detrimental to the fish's health. So what I shall do is, once it's all done and that, I shall probably paint it with G4. For those of you that don't know what G4 is, it's basically like a brick sealer, concrete sealer, varnishy type of stuff. Basically makes it impervious to water, so it doesn't penetrate it and take anything into the pool that's going to harm the fish. As you can see, they're quite healthy. They're enjoying their swim around in the pool. I've just fed them. Should have filmed it about 10 minutes ago. They were all topping. You can see I'm still roughing it in slowly. Started to unfortunately my garden slopes really badly, so I've had to do it in layers. As you can see on that side, I've done it in steps. That's some of the rocks I've got collected up there, ready to go on the pool when I do it. We've just got to build all this up now. Today I'm going to give the Nexus Easy Pod 2, or Complete, sorry, good clean out now. It's not been done for about a week. As you can see, it's all there, it's up and running. The first step is obviously take the lid off. If you're looking there, actually the water is, you can see to the bottom, actually crystal clear, and also the water that's running through the media, filtering through, then going into there, and going into the feed back into the pool. Nice clean water. The fish seem to love the flow. They're always sitting there playing in the flow, which is makes them healthy. They have to swim against it. Right, so we're going to start here. There's a tube. This tube goes in here, and what this does, this causes if I can get it in, this causes the Easy Pod to fill up and over these here, and then as soon as I shut that valve off there, then I'll shut the pump off, because I obviously don't want the pump trying to pump when it can't. A little bit too much water, and I'll just loosen it all. A little bit out of there. You don't want to leave the pump running when you've shut the water off, because then the pump's working like Billy O, 13,000 litres an hour, trying to pump against pressure that obviously you can't go through because I've shut the valve off. So I turn the pump off for a moment. As you can see, I've got everything labelled up so that I'm not trying to remember which one's which. You have to remember to turn the UV off. That's the UV in the top of there. Obviously there's a UV tube in there. As soon as at the moment it wouldn't be a problem. I'll aerate the water, the UV tubes covered in water. The second I open this release valve, let all the water out, which I'll put a little hose on there in a minute, the water will come down, the UV tube is then exposed. It overheats and blows your tube. You've got your pool going, you think the tube's fine, the water starts going green, it's not sterilising the water as well, you're wondering why you've got problems, because you've blown your tube. Remember to turn that off. There's quite a few people have made that mistake. The air, make sure your air's on, blanket weed suppressor I never turn off. I've got the flow on, I keep that on because that's a pump that's in the pool and it's shooting water down there. I don't know if you can see, it's got like a flow in the water, keeps the water going around, the fish like it. Right, so here we go. I've let the water fill up to just above the top of this, the fins here, and then we're going to turn this on, and you'll see straight away it'll start to fizz the air's coming up through the media. If you can see how clean that water, look at that coming through there. You can see it pouring because the air's agitating it. So bring the water's gone and you need to get it absolutely crystal clear. That's what's got stuck in the media over a week. So you can see it's doing its job. That's why the water's as clear as it is. That's a 4-foot pool. Them fish are 4 foot down in the water. You can see that, look. Absolutely brilliant. Now, as I said, I shut this valve off. There's another reason I shut this valve off. If you don't shut this valve off, because my pump's under here and not in the pool, this will back siphon. So it'll actually empty this back into the pool and you'll have no water in here. Then you've got the problem of you've got to prime it. And when I say prime it, basically you've got to close the valve, you've got to get a bucket, scoop water out of here, fill this to the top with your pipe in, pull that valve, and when it's almost all the way down, then you have to flick your pump on, all the pipe works all full of water again, then it starts working. It's a pain. It's a pain. It takes a couple of 3 minutes to do, but if you remember to shut that valve, you won't have that problem. You won't have to constantly keep priming your dry pump. Obviously, if you've got a wet pump in the pool over there at the bottom by the sump, it's not a problem because that's pushing water up and out. This is sucking water out and up. It's different. So let's have a look how this is getting. You can see, oh look, it's starting to clear now. Still some guns coming through. Oh, what I've got a rocket science here. I've got a piece of pipe. I need to cut this. I need to cut these hose tails off because obviously the bigger this bore is here, the faster it flows out and causes a suction, and obviously it sucks all the rubbish off the bottom of the easy pot. You should see now it's going a little cooler. There's still debris coming out, but it's not as bad as when I first turned it on. So what I should do, I should leave it going for another couple of 3 minutes. Get some more stuff out. You can flush this out, fill it up, do it again if you want to. I did when I first put it in because the pond was really dirty because obviously, like I said, I had a fish like 45,000 litre or whatever, and it wasn't doing the job. Even with a brand new UV tube, I was cleaning the sponges every couple of 3 days. It was a pain in the backside. So when I think of this, I was cleaning this every couple of 3 days as well. This isn't a pain in the backside. This is shut the valve, turn the UV off, turn the air on, turn the air off, open the valve, flush it out, pop the base, do the same again. I don't even get my hands on it. It's great. Best thing I ever did. So what I'll do is, I think that's just about now. You turn the air back off. You turn the air off now. Then you open this valve. You'll see that in a minute. Push that over there. Let's see. As I say, I need to feed this into a drain system because it just makes a mess on the stones, and you don't want the wife shouting at you. She shouts enough as it is. Right. Gate valve open. Now that water doesn't even look dirty, does it? But all that muck that was undulating in the water there is, you probably can't see it, but it is coming on. You can see it's moving up on the stones, it's a green, it's a gun. You don't want that in there. You can actually see, I might get the hose in here. Picked a bit of green gunge up from somewhere, almost like a bit of blanket weed, but I haven't got any blanket weed in the pool. So what I'll do, I'll just give that a quick hose down with some pond water, maybe use the watering can or something, you don't really want to be using as a hose pipe. Maybe that's the wrong word to use when I say hose it down. Watering can to wash it off. If you use an hose pipe, you're putting clean chlorinated water in here. It's not good for the bacteria. I've already treated this with the little tiny balls, little jelly balls that give it a good bacteria, so I don't really want to be spraying fresh tap water in there and killing my bacteria. So what I'll do, I'll get the watering can, I'll get a couple of watering cans out of the pool, come in here, wash it around the outside, let it out through the pipe, fill her up, and Bob's your uncle. We'll be away again and I shouldn't have to touch it till next weekend. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and see you again soon. Bye.